All right, here we go. Here we go. Welcome to another episode of TD Talk. I'm here. This is Tev. You already know Dave. What's up? What's up? How you doing this week?
What's up, dude?
You
Doing
already
pretty good. How
know.
are you doing?
Well, shit, I'm gonna be doing good if we can hit some of these damn bets and win some damn money.
Yeah, we need to hit something. We on cold streak.
Yeah, them damn parlays. I mean, we all right though because I know last week one of those weeks was the last week before last. We only missed one, but shit that killed the parlay. So
Yeah, it's just getting tough late in the season.
yeah, you're right. But shit, I got something for their ass.
All right, let's see what we got.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, so let's jump on into this thing right here. First thing is first. We got a couple good matchups on the slate. So we're gonna hit the matchups, the 1 o'clock all the way down to the 8 o'clock matchups, and then we'll do some one-stop prop shot. We got about 20-25 minutes here. We're gonna try to blaze through this real quick and get y'all some of these good picks. Okay, let's start here at the top of the slate. I know Miami is a good one, and Washington will start up at the top. So, without further ado, we have Miami going into Houston, plus 2.5 here, plus 100. So, pretty much even money for the underdog. Miami going into Houston, minus 2.5, minus 120, a little bit more expensive to bet the favorite here by a field goal, pretty much. Over under 46, and then you got minus 150 plus 125. Now, way I see this game, this is really a tough one because the Miami hasn't been the Miami of old, but all of the players are still there from Miami, so they could come out with a blaze. Dave, how you see this game playing out?
They haven't. They have been putting up some points since Tua came back. Their defense isn't that great.
Yeah,
I think they'll find a little something, something. I feel like the Texans been kind of struggling too, but they put up some points too. I would look at that over for this game, honestly,
yeah, I'm there with you. I was gonna say that.
because I
I'm
think
there
it's a
with you.
toss up. I don't know who's going to win, but I think they're going to put up some points both ways.
Well, I'm there with you, and what I would do is reverse the points. I do see Houston as a little bit of a stronger team to this point. They've just shown a little bit more this season. I mean, they went toe to toe with the Lions and forced Jared Goff into 5 picks. I mean, so
Yeah,
I mean, if you consider Tua sub less than Jared Goff as far as ability, then you would see him having a tough time today. But they also do have Tyreek Hill. They also do have Jonnu Smith. They also do have Devon Achan and then Mostert. So they got plenty of pieces to actually put that game away. But way I see it, I would take a plus money on plus money. I would take a little bit more money on Miami. I would do plus 7.5, and then I would look at that over.
yeah, I'm gonna go over 44.
All right, let's lock that in. Lock that in on that over. All right, next game up. Next game on the slate. Here I would say we'd have to go to my boys. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get down. Going to Washington. We coming off a bye here. Okay, so minus 7.5, minus 110 either way. Plus 7.5 for the New Orleans Saints at home. Over under 44 minus 110, and then minus 390 plus 310. Now I'll tell you what, we've been covering really good these last 2, 3, 4 weeks. When you look at how we've been playing, I know the last game I kind of got gun shy on pulling the trigger on us, betting on us against Tennessee. I knew we'd win, so I did bet the money line, but the spread I didn't take. But they blew them out, 42 to
Yeah, they won by
19.
20.
Yeah, 42-19 is total score. Now I will say, correction, we were we have been covered. We didn't cover the spread the last 3 weeks before that, but prior to that, we covered the spread in every game. So against Arizona, Cleveland, Baltimore, Carolina, Chicago Bears, New York Giants, covered the spread in all of those games. But when it got into Pittsburgh and Philly and then of course Dallas when we lost. Those 3 games that we lost, we didn't cover the spread. So this game, way I see it is I would take. I wouldn't be ambitious to say a 7.5 because that means you got to win by a touchdown and a field goal or 2 touchdowns. So I would say more so along the lines of -2.5. I wouldn't get too ambitious on this. We're coming off a bye, so we could come out flat. But um, what's his name? Offensive coordinator. Uh, damn, Cliff Kingsbury. Anytime he comes off a bye, he comes ready. He comes with a lot of plays, kind of ready to kind of open up that playbook and throw some new stuff at teams. So I would take Washington here. Maybe -2 is probably -2.5 is probably my bet. What you see?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either, but tough for me to bet against my team. But yeah, the Saints been pretty trash dog. So I mean, they only put up 14 on the fucking Giants last week. So yeah, I think it's a good bet. Jay Daniels come back to Louisiana, LSU guy. I think he'll ball out. 93% of the bets are placed on Washington.
Yeah, but I don't see an upset here. I really don't.
No, I don't. I mean, it could happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it could, but and I could see if Derek Carr was still back there because he can kind of make
Yeah,
stuff.
they got Jake Hader. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and
Jake Hader starting, which I don't know. He can sling the pill a little bit. We'll see what happens.
yeah, and Kamara, he's a little bit better with receiving yards than he is with rushing.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the still kind of here on the 1 o'clock slate. Let's go down the board here. Here's another game that I kind of see is interesting. I probably won't be watching it, but it's interesting to bet on. When I look at this game, okay, because a lot of y'all, Aaron Rodgers fanatics here, one of those they try to say
Bro,
he's
you
one of
were
those.
an Aaron Rodgers fanatic.
Huh?
You were an Aaron Rodgers fanatic weeks ago.
Well, Aaron Rodgers to me, he had always been a talent, but to me, the way I saw that team, the team was great on paper, but they didn't pan out. And to
He's
me, well,
actually
Vic,
been putting up some numbers lately.
yeah, that's why I say Aaron is a top talent. But when you talk about arm and throwing angles and velocity and all that accuracy, but he honestly hasn't been as good as he's supposed to be. And I really thought the Jets was going to do something this season, but hell, he can't win a game. He put up all them damn numbers and go home with a loss.
Yeah.
So we got -3.5 here. They're going into Jacksonville, Florida, under over
Bro, if they
41.
can't win there, then they're trash.
That's what I'm saying here, bro. I'm saying like I'm betting on them to win, but hell, the way they've been playing this season, I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it because Devontae Adams, you got Garrett Wilson, you got
All
Brees
right, that's
Hall.
fair. You
I
convinced
mean,
me. I'm locking them in.
come on, bro.
Jets money line.
There's no way. There's no way they lose this game, bro. There's no way they lose the game. Mac Jones, bro. If you lose to Mac Jones, come on, bro. So we
Yeah.
we,
All
we
right,
locking it in. And,
I'll
and you
lock
know
them in.
what? I'm curious because this game I could see as an over game. I think that Aaron Rodgers is gonna have his way with that defense, and then I also feel like Mac Jones could definitely put up some numbers against that crummy ass Jets defense. So I kind of like the over, but I wouldn't bet it just because these games to me with Jets, you just never know with these fucking
Yeah, for
teams.
sure. For sure. I'll lock them in.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet. All right, let's go to our next game. Funny thing is this one is very funny. I saw this as funny. I think this is embarrassing, but you got +2.5. The road underdog coming into North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Carolina Panthers. This is terrible. To me, this is terrible. To be a 12-win team last season, all that talent. They had what 7 All Pros on that team. A lot of them
Yep.
All Pros stayed. You got
Yo,
a great
that's
coach.
hurt, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, a great coach in Mike McCarthy. Under over 40. Listen, under over 42, -110 here, +120, which is ridiculous. -140. Uh, Carolina. This shit's funny to me, bro. Cowboys coming into Carolina as an underdog. You know what I mean? This is wild, bro. This is wild.
I think the the over under total is pretty low too.
Yeah,
Like I think they can both still put up points. They're both trash, but I think Bryce Young's been finding a little something something.
yeah, for
They've been
sure.
win. I mean they've been killing it against the spread the last, let's see, 5 weeks. One, two, three, four. Last 5 weeks they've won against the spread, but they've had
Yeah,
some pretty big spreads,
yeah,
and they've covered all of them. So now they're like, ah, we'll drop you down as a favorite this week, -2.5, and see how many people take it.
yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I don't mean that's a toss up game to me.
Yeah, let's talk about the game. I particularly don't have a bet for this. I just want to talk about this because this is crazy. This is wild. You know what I mean? This is seven All Pros on the team on your team the year before, and then you come into this. Okay, granted, Dak is hurt, but the rest of the team, like, bro, come on, come on now. Y'all are that bad that y'all coming into like one of the worst teams in the league, and y'all is the underdog. That's crazy.
I will say they are being on the road should be in their favor because they're 4-2 on the road. They've only won one game at home this year, so they're a little better on the road. I don't know they don't like playing in Jerry World, but yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, we're gonna see how that plays out. Like I said, I don't really have to do a pick on that one. If I had to pick, like I had to find something to bet on here, I would probably either go props or I would go 41 with that total. So,
Yeah,
all right, let's jump on into. We should be sliding out of no one more game in the 1 o'clock slate, and then I think we'll slide out of that slate. Okay, so last game here. One of my teams here, which I do have them three-peating this year. You got Kansas City -4 here, -115, plus the home underdog -105 for the home underdog here. Over 41, under 41, -10 either way, and then -240 for your favorites in Kansas City, and then plus 195. Now, a lot of people are taking that spread against Cleveland because Kansas City has shown that they're going to win the same way every week by a nail biter. 2 points,
yeah.
3 points, 1 point, last play. So a lot of people are taking that spread, that plus those plus points. I think it was up to 5 at 1 point, +5. I think it's down now to people have bet it down to +4, +4.5 ish, right
Yeah, I
around
got
in that.
4.5 right now.
Yeah, so it's coming down. A lot of people are taking that Browns side in those points because I mean, like I say, Kansas City has been winning one way. So what do you
So
think?
what are you thinking?
Well, to me, the way I see this game is the way I see this game is I would to me I would look at To me, I would look at the over because I think I would look at the over because the thing is Jameis is gonna come in there and sling that ball all over the yard. It's in his nature. He gonna throw that ball. He not gonna be gun shy. He don't care
Yeah,
about throwing no picks. He
yeah. He
gonna
don't
throw
care
that
about
thing.
picks.
Yeah, he gonna throw that thing. And then David Njoku has been one of those better tight ends this season. And Kansas City is just literally known for giving up yards to the tight end. Look at that tight end. What's his name? Smart from Chargers. Smart, I think it's Smart. Because remember, Will Disley caught that like 25, 20-yard pass, and then he fell down on his shoulder, dislocated his shoulder or something like that.
Hmm.
Smart comes in. Smart comes in. He gets like 2 or 3 balls thrown to him, and he goes for like 45 yards. So they're notorious for giving up a lot of yards to the tight end. So David Njoku is one of those guys. So I think Jameis Winston gonna let that ball go to David Njoku. He can be throwing that thing. I think Jameis Winston, on average, the last 2, 3 games, he's been throwing the ball to him like 10 times a game.
Right.
I know in the Denver game, he got like 12 targets. I think, and no, 17 targets. I think, and only caught 9 balls.
Shit. That was
Yeah,
in
David.
Joku?
Yeah, David Njoku. David Njoku. He had caught. This was against. Remember that shootout against Denver?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he caught. So if you look at, I'm on his stat log right now. If you look at his receiving, he had 17 balls against Denver and caught nine. Against Pittsburgh last week, he had 13 targets and caught seven. So I really think that that's going to be the formula again today. Kansas City gives up those yards and those catches. So I could see him getting 12 targets, 10 targets for 8 catches because he's going to be open. I mean, Kansas City just gives up those yards. I don't know why, but every time a team plays Kansas City, the tight end does well. So, I mean, you saw Kyle Pitts, I think it was, go do well as well when they played Kansas City early in the year. And Kyle Pitts is not even a great, like one of the great tight ends, to me anyway. But
Right.
so I'll look at that. If Njoku has, let me see if Njoku
Yeah, I don't
has
even see his. I was trying to look for some of his props, but DraftKings don't even have them.
DraftKings. They ain't got Njoku. Oh, you got to come over to FanDuel Life, man.
I might have to come over to FanDuel because DraftKings been cheating me out.
Let's see, Njoku for receiving yards. They got David Njoku at David Njoku. Oh, he might not be playing this week.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see him up here, so he might be out.
Oh, he is out. Okay, so what's the backup? Let's see what's the backup tight end. Is it Michael Woods?
Michael Woods the second. That's what I see up here. I don't know if he's the actual guy though.
Let me see. Michael Woods the second. That might be the backup. If that's the backup tight end, um, then that might be the guy. Oh, he only been getting a catch though. But I mean, if David Njoku is out, then
I'll look at Jerry Judy if he's out
yeah, because he
because
probably
he's
get
been
more.
he's been finding Judy for them deep balls, but I don't know. I mean,
If
it's
if they
hard.
don't have if they don't have a solid backup tight end, it's gonna be hard for them to even play in this game. And then honestly, if the tight end is out, I'm taking Kansas City all day. If
Yeah,
Joku,
I'm gonna take Kansas City money line at -230
yeah, I would
because they're
take that.
gonna they're gonna find a way to win. They might not cover that spread. They might not, but I think they're gonna find a way to win.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's jump on into our 4 o'clock slate here. 4 o'clock slate. Here's a game that we got two that we'll talk about here for the 4 o'clock. I'm excited for one of these games. I really think one of these games is going to be like one of the classic battles in the NFL. But this one's going to be a good one too. You got Buffalo +2. This line has been bet way down because it was um, Detroit bigger favorite than this. +2 -105, and then you got -105 for your underdog, which is the Buffalo. They're going into the Lions. Detroit as a road underdog. -2 for Detroit, -115, and then you got over under 45, pretty much 45, under over, and then +120, -140. Now, the way I see this game, Jared Goff to me is just as good of a quarterback as Josh Allen. But when I look at this game, I really don't like that there's a lot of people that are hurt on the Lions team. So that's
Yeah, they
hard
got
for
a
me.
banged up defense, but it hasn't really. I mean, you can see it in their totals. Like they're putting up, that 42-44 loss. Like you could see that their defense was struggling. Or I mean, I'm talking about Buffalo.
Yeah.
Detroit, yeah, Detroit's been in some shootouts because they got that banged up defense, but I still
Yeah,
think
and
I think they're too nice.
but I think here when I think here, I think shootout advantage Josh Allen because this week, in the weeks prior, we've seen like last week we just saw Josh Allen go toe to toe with Matt Stafford, 42-44 was that total, and they didn't have Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid, so now they got Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman back, Amari Cooper is out there, so they're at full strength now, and I just feel like if this is going to be a loss for the Bills, then it's going to be 3-point loss type deal. I don't see the Lions running over them because Josh Allen is just different. And if you got 15 whatever 10 guys out on your defense, good luck stopping Josh Allen. I mean,
Yeah.
the Rams have a pretty decent defense, and they had no shot stopping Josh Allen. No shot whatsoever.
So what do you like in this one?
I like Bills plus money. Give me Bills plus. I mean, plus 7.5. I would take by a touchdown. I think that they'll get. It'll be a close game either way. So I like Bills though. I think the Bills are going to win. But if they don't, give me a touchdown cushion.
All right, I'll go Bills plus 7.5.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Let's go to our next game. Let's roll on to it. We got about 5 more minutes left to the games kick off. All right, let's jump on into this here. I really am excited for this game. I think this is going to be, like I say, one of the classics of classics. All right, we got Pittsburgh
I
plus
knew you were
five
gonna
in a. Yeah. This one's a good one. This one's a good one right here. And I think this is too many points for Pittsburgh. Y'all, they fade in Pittsburgh crazy. This
Yeah, I
disrespect to
don't.
me.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I really like the Steelers here.
Yo,
Um,
this disrespectful.
yeah, I think is someone out for the Steelers? I wonder.
No, Pickens coming back, and they
Pickens
still
should be
got
coming
TJ.
back, right? Because he was out last week,
Yup.
and that
They
didn't
just
stop him.
they just think Saquon is like that. And I don't think Saquon gonna have that much success against Pittsburgh defense. They are the truth.
Yeah, Pittsburgh can put up points too. Like they put up 44 in a shootout with Cincinnati. Um, Usually they like to hang around the 20s, um, and then rely on their defense. But I think Russell's been he'll get his best buddy back, George Pickens. So I think they can do some damage. It might still be a tight game. I don't know if it's going to be a shootout.
All right, check this out.
I think it'll be a good defensive game. But I do
Check
like the Steelers plus points.
check this out. Mike Tomlin is 19-6-3 against the spread as a home underdog, and 21-4 against the spread with the spread less than 2 points. And then you got Mike Tomlin is 44-40 outright in his head coaching career as an underdog. So he wins more than he loses as a underdog, like outright, not even cover the spread, just outright.
Right.
So I'm taking Mike Tomlin. You got this guy,
What do
and I get it.
you gonna take a spread plus
Yeah, give me.
points?
They already given me 5.5. I'm gonna take two more. Give me 7.5.
Yeah,
So
I was clicking on that too.
yeah, give me 7.5 because it's cheap. It's cheap, and there's no way you think that the Eagles are gonna sit here and put up 7 to 10 more points than Philly. Philly
Nah,
is. Come on, man. They listen. This disrespect. I'm taking that all day. It's disrespectful.
I got one more for that game. I'm gonna throw in Jalen Hurts touchdown because he's been
You
doing that
like
shit every week.
you like that tushy pushy,
Yeah, he
but
does it every week.
but you do one. I would say take one out because I don't think that the Steelers can stop that type of stuff. They gonna stop that shit.
I'm gonna keep it out of my show picks that we got cooking right now.
All right. Last one that we got for is the 8 o'clock game, which I think is gonna be a really good game too. We're gonna skip over the Denver game and the Chargers game. I think that they're both good games, really good games on that slate. Um, but we're gonna go straight into this Green Bay game because I think that this one um, is gonna be a really good game too. That's a really good 8 o'clock game. All right, so here we go. We got Green Bay, which they're a favorite going into Seattle, which is hard. Listen, it's still hard to play in Seattle. 47 is your under over, and then minus 141 plus 120 for your underdog at home, which is Seattle. Now, way I see this game, first of all, like I say, it's hard to play in Seattle. All the way back to when Pete Carroll was coaching, that stadium is going to, at 8 o'clock, prime time, Seattle versus Green Bay. That stadium is going to be loud. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what, when you watch Jordan Love, yes, he shows up in big games, but he also makes big mistakes in big games. Uh, but when we talk about big mistakes in big games, guess who always also makes big mistakes in big games? Fucking Geno Smith.
Gino.
Yeah, exactly. So I see that this is gonna be one of those fun games. Ball gonna be bouncing all over the yard. You probably gonna have picks and pick going this way, and then all of a sudden somebody fumble, we going that way, and then
Yeah,
I
Seattle's coming off a winning streak, and this is a NFC matchup where Seattle's 8-5 and Green Bay's 9-4. So Seattle needs this one bad, and they're coming off 4-game win streak.
that's right.
Green Bay's coming off a tough loss to the Lions, but it's still a good game against them. Like the Lions, are, I think one of the best teams in the league. So, yeah, this could be flying all over the yard. Over under at 46.
Yeah,
Sometimes the total scares me on the primetime games, but
yeah.
the Bills game last week proved that one wrong. So
I agree, but you got to realize too that Matt LaFleur he's coming off a bye, so
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's one thing that he's coming off a bye. His playbook is going to be decorated, so I feel like to me
you like the Packers?
I like the Pack, but give me some points. Because I really, because I played with this one because I do like the Seahawks. I saw the way the Seahawks took care of, I think the 49ers. Was it the 49ers? They worked them. Who they play last week?
They played Arizona 30 to
Aaron.
18.
That's what I was about to say. Arizona. So they work them, and Arizona is a hot and cold team. Now, if you get up on them early, Kyler Murray, he's kind of like a kid. He start pouting and shit. Little crybaby. So nah, he do. He start walking around and shit, throwing his hands up. So he kind of gave up on the game. But I feel like, they got all the pieces they need, and it just depends on how Geno comes out. But I'm telling you, in these big games, it's tough, bro. This one's a tough one. Yeah, because that's why I say I kind of like Seattle +7, but then also I kind of like Green Bay here to win the game. So I don't know what you think. I'm gonna defer on this one.
I think Green Bay's pretty solid. But if you want to take Green Bay plus points, then kind of gets too expensive to throw in there.
So let's take Seattle plus 7.5 then,
Yeah,
Be-
you could do that.
because I could easily see Gino and them, Jordan Love throwing a stupid pick, messing up, and getting that ball taken away. But I don't know. It's tough because I watched Gino last week and he played really well. He's got Metcalf, Lockett. He's got Smith and Jigma and Charbonnet. Charbonnet should be coming back. I mean, Kenneth Walker should be coming back. They still got Charbonnet. They got great screen game. They got a pretty decent defense. So they got all the pieces that they need. It's just on is Geno going to come out and throw 3 picks, or is Jordan Love going to come out and throw one of them devastating picks and then go down by 14 and be playing catch up the whole game? Like it could go either way.
Right.
These quarterbacks are just they're not, neither of them are solid. But Jordan Love to me has the edge. He's the better quarterback. And then, like
Yeah,
I
I think
say,
so
man,
too. I'm gonna
it,
stay away from this game because I think it could be a toss up.
it could be a toss up. I mean, and if you wanted to take, I think like maybe over 40, somewhere in that ballpark. I'll tell you what. Let's go to the prop shop and then let's see how we feel about some of the prop shops and closing out the show pick.
All
All
right.
right, time for the part of this part of the show. Y'all know what time it is. Da, 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 da. Prop shop. We taking y'all straight into the prop shop. Y'all already know what time it is. These are all the props and picks and stuff that you can add to your parlay. Like we're about to do, we got to show picks for the teams to win, but we're gonna sprinkle a little prop on top. All right, here we go. Let's jump on into this prop picks here. Dave, talk to me about how you feel. What are some of your props? I know you like Jalen Hurts and that touchdown. Um, you've been hammering that line all season long.
Yeah, that one's been good for a few years now, but they're definitely hitting it hard now. Um, I didn't really look at the props too much today, but I do
Okay.
like. Um, I was more looking at my fantasy squads this morning. These playoffs coming up. What props you got?
All right. Hang on. All right, I'm about to say, let me pull it up real quick. All right, so here we go. I got my props in here. All right, so prop shop for what I got for today. Let's look at some of these props I got. All right, so I like I was talking to you earlier about well, you probably can't get is New York already playing? They're probably already playing. Well, it'll
Yeah,
probably be hard to
everybody just started.
all right, so it'll probably be hard to get in on this one, but I like Tyrone Tracy over 18.5 on that one. I really like that one. Um Give me Josh Allen anytime touchdown, and then Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. I like both of those.
I
Yeah, I like both of those.
Yeah, I like the
And
Josh
then
Jacobs one too.
Josh Jacobs, yeah, he gonna get busy tonight. All right, so then let's see some props that you guys could also pick up on. Um, okay, so look at this one, right? Josh Palmer, in the Chargers. I think they're gonna get in the shootout with Tampa. I really think they're going to get in a shootout with Tampa. And if you look at Joshua Palmer, I took his longest reception or reception long or whatever it may be. If you look at his, I think they have it at, I think they have it at 20 19 and a half. So if you look at his long, his reception long is 19 and a half. So look at this. Check this out, right? His long for receiving. All right, he got 38. Now, the last three games against Atlanta, Baltimore, and Cincy, he had 11, 17, and 12. But behind that, 36, 28, 45, 24, 24, 26. This is their big play threat. So I feel like if you looking at a big play threat, I think that they kind of finding their way away from the guy. What's his name? Uh, what's his name? The other receiver with the dreads that plays on uh the Chargers, they finding a way away from him and going into Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer's hands are a lot better. And then Stone Smart, Will Dissly is out this week. Stone Smart, you see him come in, have an immediate impact. They're really high on that guy. 2 receptions. I took uh, uh, Stone Smart for the Chargers for 2 receptions. That's a lock. I really think that's a lock. How high they are on him, what he did against Kansas City, they're gonna throw the ball his way. So I give me 2 receptions on him. Stone Smart for the Chargers. All right, and then outside of that, I kind of took these on a little bit of money bets, but I mean I would look at Tucker Craft. He's probably gonna have a good day. 3 receptions. I took him for 3 receptions, and then outside of that, some of the games are playing now, but I like Khalil Shahir. With I think that when the Lions are trying to double team Amari Cooper and kind of fighting with Dalton Kincaid, Khalil Shakir is going to kind of be open and he could catch the ball and have big playability. Plus, Keon Coleman's coming back too, so they're going to have to guard Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman. So Khalil Shakir, uh, he gets a lot of targets and he catches the ball a lot.
Yeah, I like Shakir too.
Yeah, it's something like ridiculous. Like he hasn't dropped like a ball or something like that from Josh Allen, and I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what his all right, so Khalil Shakir, check this out. All right, so he's getting 8. He got 8 targets last week, caught 5. He got 7 targets the week before, caught 4. Got 12 targets against Kansas City, caught 8. Caught 9 against Indiana, Indianapolis Colts, caught 6 out of 7 targets against Miami. So Khalil Shakir, if you're looking at his receptions, go ahead and take those. If it's anywhere in the ballpark of like 4 or 5, go ahead and take those because he's probably
Right.
going to get 5 balls or so. Balls.
Pause.
So I like those. That's probably my lock. I would say Stone Smart, take him for 2 receptions. Khalil Shakir, if you can find it for anywhere 4, maybe 5 receptions, take it there. And then take Josh Jacobs for a touchdown. And then that would probably be my 3 locks. Like if you wanted some guarantees, take Khalil Shakir for receptions. I mean, you may be able to take him for like yards too, but I like his receptions a little bit more. Um, if you want to take his yards, these are his past weeks: 100 yards, 30 yards, 70 yards, 50 yards, 58 yards, 107, 65. He had a small 19, 2 for 2 against the Jets, and then he had 62, 72, 54, and then 42. So anything I think 50 or better is safe when you talk about 40, 50 or better right in there for Shakir. So those are my locks, 3 locks. Give me Shakir for the receptions, give me Stone Smart for 2 receptions, and then give me Josh Jacobs for a Teddy.
All right, I'm gonna trail some of those. I didn't really look too much into them today, so I'm gonna trust you, bro.
All right, that's a bet. Take that Stone Smart for 2 and Shakir. Let me see what they got his under over line at for receptions. Shakir is for his receptions. They got him at 5.5. I would take him at like 4. Oh, anything over 4.
Yeah, yeah, 5.5 is kind of tough, but four could be good.
Yeah, that's something to throw in your parlay. Yeah, 4, 5, right around in that ballpark. I think you say 4 because I could see a little bit of a slower start, especially with the defense that the Lions like to play.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, anything you think we missed here? You want to
No,
cover real quick?
I think we got it all.
All right, that's a bet. Let's see how this thing rocks out next week. Okay, I know that there is on college. We got the college games starting on Friday, but Saturday really opens up all the college games when you talk about playoffs. So we'll tune in with y'all on next Saturday. We're gonna start the playoff coverage. You know what I mean? We ride in Boise all the way to the Natty. Let's go.
Yeah, boys, you got to hit the natty for the boys for sure.
Yeah, Boise win the Natty. We win 2 G's on this channel. So let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. But yeah, we'll have some coverage next week on the playoffs, and then of course we'll have the NFL coverage on Sunday. But yeah, good luck, Dave. It's been a fun one.
All right, yo.
All right,
I'll hit you up.
all right.